Then the other thing that happened was Wardlow's back as the TNT champ. So he knocks off Powerhouse Hobbs. So Wardlow's now a 3-time TNT champion. So after Wardlow getting a 3-day reign, Hobbs gets about a month, and now Wardlow's got the belt again.
Is it because he had his gear this time, so he was able to win?
That's a possibility.
Is that what it was?
I don't know, but guys, that's some interesting booking there too. I think a lot of people were shaking their heads after Dynamite, and it wasn't like Hobbs, got totally destroyed on this. You had all sorts of outside interference and crazy stuff going on, and it was a fun match. But the booking here is just very odd with Wardlow getting the belt on him, taking it off, putting it back on, and then you put Hobbs in the situation where here's your young up and coming guy, and you give him the title for a little bit, and then he gets beat. So guys, what are your thoughts on that booking from Tony Khan?
Well, it doesn't sound like there was any kind of a plan on it. When you make a title switch, obviously, and Joe would obviously be able to speak way more to this than me, but when you make a title switch, like, you got to have a plan for that next guy. I mean, you're not just making the title change. You're going, okay, so-and-so challenges, then so-and-so, rematch, challenge, whatever. And to me, it's just that's not a plan. That doesn't sound like a plan at all. I mean, especially when they turned the first match into a falls count anywhere because he didn't have his gear.
Right.
Like that's just crazy, because there's no reason he couldn't have just had a regular match. I think nobody had anything like that. Just to be is ludicrous. But then to switch it back off, because Hobbs is super talented.
Yes.
And when he won the belt, there was I saw plenty of feedback. Folks were quite pleased to see him win the title. Like, okay, finally, Hobbs is going to get this run. And then a month later, you just take all the steam out of it. Just there was no planning to it at all. At least it doesn't sound like it.
Dave, what'd you think?
Yeah, it just looks like they're throwing things together. But I'm very curious as to Joe, what do you think about this?
I wish Joe was on, but he's not on. So
no, I would have asked Joe.
That was a joke. I knew he wasn't.
Okay.
Funny.
Is there a time change?
Funny.
Is there a time change?
Nah, he's had a late night. I'm assuming, but yeah. So I think on this, like you were saying, like, you got to have a plan. Like, where you going with it? Don't do it just to do it.
Mm-hmm,
like, I mean,
exactly.
because nowadays, I mean, especially how fans are so vocal of every little misstep or something that doesn't make sense. So I think hopefully they tie that in.
Well, I think too when they switched the title, QT Marshall came back, so you kind of had it seemed like a new story set up.
Yeah,
and now it's just dissolved because the title change. Like, it just like, well, okay, he didn't get his stuff today, so we're gonna do a falls count anywhere, and then well, we don't want Hobbs to win, so we're gonna have QT come back and interfere, and it just didn't sound. It sounds like an indie show. We're like, well, we'll just those two guys drove up, so we'll put them in the battle royal. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. So we have to trust in Tony Khan and see what he's got planned. Double or Nothing's still a month plus away, so we'll find out.